Joe, you a slick motherfucker, just not slicker than me.
He slipped the question.
Give it to me.
So I'm gonna go back.
He slipped the question. He slipped the jab.
I did.
He slipped the jab. No, he slipped it.
I thought I answered.
I want you to tell me right now that you haven't recorded anything since you started recording these podcasts. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, I recorded that verse for you, nigga. You got my last verse.
You got the last verse.
You got my last. Bro, I was retired when you called that.
There was
time.
some T-Pain shit too.
On the title.
That's the whole verse.
Transition.
That's the whole verse.
How crazy is that?
I went to the studio. Joey Badass them was there. The old verse. He got the last live. Oh, I'm doing this verse. Yeah. But I was retired when you called, and we've had. Listen. He calls to say, "Yo, why?" Like, I don't understand it. Explain it to me. Like, we need you. We've had these talks. He totally gets it. Mm-hmm. I don't know why he's in there acting like he don't know. Actually, I'll reverse it back to you. What do you have? You got an album coming out. Hope they hit me this morning. Yo, we're not putting this album out without a verse from you.
That's a trade-off for what's happening right now.
And you one of the niggas I still get out of bed for. I would. But my question to you is, what is there that's left to prove for you at this juncture? Now, go ahead and give me some therapeutic bullshit. That proved something to myself, to my family. Like, what is there left to prove? You've had hit after hit. You've toured the world. Right. You've tore the mixtapes up, and anybody who it matters with a rap opinion know what time it is with you. Your peers know what time it is with you. What's left?
You actually hit that, like, almost, I don't want to call it a trifecta, but where you got the respect from the peers, you got the commercial success.
And I've stayed out of the bullshit.
Yeah, and
that too.
Yeah, and that too.
All right, watch this. What do you feel like your best project is?
Me?
Yeah.
All Love Lost. 2014.
How many tracks was on? You remember?
13. I think
13.
And if them niggas would have let me put some Love Lost
Some
with
Love
All
Lost
Love
is your
Lost
best
like
project.
I wanted to.
Yeah, Some Love Lost is your best.
Woo.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that. But
But that's
All
an
Love
EP,
Lost, Some Love Lost.
included, counted, whatever. Fuck.
That.
Which one was
12.
Wasn't I on one of those?
Mood Music 4.
You on Mood Music 4.
4.
Remember the Titans?
Me, you, Royce,
Fab.
No, I was on another record too.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh yeah.
On No Love Lost.
Yes. No Love.
No Love Lost.
But check it though. This is what I'm getting to.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah.
If you could go back,
With Juicy J, right?
would you change anything on
Love
it?
that.
Would you swap a record out?
If I could go back to All Love Lost.
Would you remove a record to add a new one?
No.
Nah, hell no.
So you feel like that was just the perfect.
It's a time capsule. Music is a time capsule. I'm not going to go back and take something off the time capsule with some current shit. That project is what that project should have been from that person that created. I'm not even that same nigga no more.
Currently, just subject matter, just what you were hitting on that particular record.
Hell no, I was dark as shit that whole album. I hated the rap game. I hated the rappers in it. And I was ready to retire and give my life to, give myself a chance to give my life to my life now. Right. Like you said earlier, like, yo, I've been doing this shit for 15 years, 20 years. Yo, next year is the 20-year anniversary of my debut album, yo. Like, those 20 years is filled with it all. Chinks on the armor that fans don't know about. And that was for y'all. Like, there was a portion of life where I devoted myself to y'all. What do y'all think? How will y'all feel? Y'all pay the bills next year. I don't know where the money's coming from. I got to put something out. Got to tour. Got to see y'all. Got to meet and greet. Got to shake hands. Got to.
You don't think you do the same thing now?
No. I'm way too rich for that.
No, you do.
I'm way too rich to do that.
I see what he's talking about.
Are you shitting me today?
He's saying, do you do it now?
Do what?
You just basically change vehicles.
I wouldn't do that now.
No, you're changing vehicles. You now gave it to the fans in rap. Now you do it in podcast form.
Facts.
That's what he's saying.
But
You work harder.
No.
You work
I
harder than
disagree with
anybody
that.
else.
I
You work
totally
harder than
disagree
anybody
with
else in the
I agree
podcast game.
I get that.
It's not even close.
But what he did with the music, the way he gave himself to the fans through music,
Yeah, no,
I don't-
it's a
I
different
don't-
level.
I don't
It's a
sit-
different level of emotion. For
I
sure.
don't put it in the same. I
It's not
bared
even
my
comparable.
soul.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
way.
Rappers are bearing their
For sure.
soul.
Good, bad, ugly, and despicable.
I don't come.
All-
In, I come here and talk about this shit.
Yeah,
and give my
we come here
opinion
and talk
on
about
it.
shit we don't want to talk about.
I disagree. I just think that you're in a different space in your personal life. If you would have been up, I don't know how much money you got, and I'm just
Thank
saying,
God.
let's say you was up 20 million in your rap days. You would have been a different rapper. You were going through
That's
what
true.
you were going through at that time, so you bared it all. The same thing, we come in here and give it up on a podcast. It's just you are a different person. You're in a different personal space, and so the content is different.
But that has,
and
but
I'm
that's
different.
That's subjective
That's
because you feel you know him. Because can I say the same for like Kendrick, like, or J. Cole?
What you mean?
Like,
I don't think all
They're-
of those dudes
they're
necessarily
super
get a
successful.
personal shit out like that.
Yeah.
I think they might take, like Kendrick might give a world view of what's going on in the world. This nigga was giving you his life. It's different.
Fam, Kendrick, they didn't even know Kendrick had a second baby until the album cover.
They don't know nothing
It was
about
like, oh,
Kendrick.
shit.
They don't know nothing about J. Cole,
Yeah,
and
that's
they
what I
don't
mean.
know nothing about Drake.
That's what I mean. I'm talking about this nigga's
They don't.
giving
They don't
you him.
know nothing about them niggas.
Like,
I was
even on the
going in
pod,
there
no, but
bugging
that was my point. I'm saying like, what's the reverse of that?
No,
You
I'm
know what I
saying
mean? Like,
now.
if you-
today.
No,
Oh,
no. What I'm saying is when he got out of that place. I'm saying was when he got the money, right? I mean, well, you have the
Well,
money now.
that just came,
Cool.
but I had to get out.
What
of
I'm
that
saying
place.
is, when they get the money, I'm pretty sure they have something to do now too.
True.
You feel me?
Yes.
So at some point you hit a wall and say, "Well, shit, I was just doing that, but now I have all the money. Maybe I want to do something,
Something different. Yeah.
Or maybe I don't.
But right, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Or maybe I just love this shit. So
But
I'm
I
gonna keep
am.
doing this.
But I am doing something different to me.
But you
You
still
mean
are,
you
for
mean in the music?
yeah. You were still giving your life to the people, is what Parks was saying.
Yeah.
In a different way. Like even
But he not giving
let
himself
me
the way he
finish.
was, though, you think?
Let me finish.
Okay.
When he first started the pod is different than now. I wasn't on the pod before. But I read the comments and they are saying, yo, you are a different person now than even when you first started the pod.
Yeah, he bougie.
That's a fact.
Thank God.
You on a pod before, you were still giving your life to it. You were still coming and discuss personal shit. They be mad at me and Ice because we don't discuss personal shit.
Yeah, fuck y'all. Y'all
Yo,
never
nigga,
get
what's
my
going on
personal
with
shit.
your life? Nigga, I want to hear. No, nigga,
No.
I ain't Joe.
No.
Joe will give you his life. I'm not giving you all of my life.
You get none of my
don't-
life.
Yo, I'm not old to y'all. That's what you would do. You get what I'm saying? So now some of the critique is, Joe, you don't give it up the way you used to.
So
I think you just went through different phases in your life. And as your life changed, you changed.
Before you got here, Banks, and I forgot how we were talking about it, but we were saying, we was talking about Brent shit, but we were saying how the future of music is in tech, and well, the present of music is in tech,
yeah, it ain't even the future.
and if you're trying to be successful in the future, you should be trying to figure out how to get into tech. For me, that ain't rapping. Now, that's not to say for somebody else, the answer is not rapping. But for this high school dropout, the back door is to techie land, and some of the things I want to do that I do not come in here and divulge. It ain't from album and touring and them
Now.
today.
There you go.
To that you say what? Smarty pants.
I didn't even get to finish the answer.
I was about to say, because you slipped mine too.
Nah, I want to go back to that. See if I could go back to my biggest album, The Hunger for More. It is things I would change. And when I look around at other artists and their albums that I love, you know what I mean, from Life After Death and Illmatic and Doggy Style and Reasonable Doubt, they don't really have shit that I want to change on it.
It's probably shit they
But
would
for
wanna
me,
change.
coming, and it's crazy to think that, we're fucking 19, 20 years old penning these fucking records, right?
Word.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
That's crazy to me.
It's
like,
unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
for Mobb Deep and Nas and these guys to be fucking 19 years old putting that together, some shit that's going,
Change the
last
world.
forever. You know what I mean?
Word.
And I feel like I haven't given my best studio album yet.
So you feel like you haven't
You
made
got
your
shit on the
best
bucket
album
list.
You feel like you owe the world more.
No, this is my selfish moment.
Got you.
I feel like I owe it to me.
Got you.
Because, self-awareness is a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I've took breaks.
Artistry is also, to some degree, selfish inherently.
It's like, I like the way it feels to make other people feel good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's selfish in itself.
Yeah.
But,
That's what Vince Staples just said about gift giving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it's a selfish act.
Some
To a certain extent, it
No,
is.
he said.
Not what he said, but go ahead.
Yeah, but go ahead.
And that's kind of like where I've been, but now I'm literally trying to make me happy.
But this is how I look at that. Because you're right. When an MC goes to sleep at night and you're in those MC thoughts, I've said to myself, I know there's something I didn't say yet that I want to say. I counter that by knowing that's going to be a constant. That will never change. If I go put an album out tomorrow, the next day, I'm going to say,
Forgot some shit.
there's something I need to say.
Let me piggyback off his question earlier. Fuck, what is your favorite album you ever did? Do you think you can make a better album than any album that you ever did?
I don't know, because that's not solely reliant on me. That's when you say, can one player lead a team to the Super Bowl versus can one player lead a team to the NBA championship?
Well, no, fuck it. You have money now. You can afford the producers. You can afford whatever the fuck you want.
Money don't get you everything you can afford.
True.
I could call my favorite producers and they could be busy. They could be a
True.
wait list. They could still give the good batch to him and not the good batch to you. You could be blackballed from the streaming companies,
That's a fact.
from the playlists. Like, it's
That don't have
things
nothing
that
to do with
money
your
don't.
personal opinion about your project. Do you feel like
Today I could make an album, but I mean that should be true. Today I can make an album that I was never able to make in my career. As far as where my brain is, the things that I'm thinking,
Just where you are in life.
how
Just
I
life.
process.
Do you think you could
life.
make a better
The shit that you
album than
could
any album that you ever did before? Today.
I personally think yes.
If I devoted the time, yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, writer's right.
I think that would be time consuming.
I just think
If I go sit down for
different.
6 months, yeah, I come back and crack these niggas' ass. But I stay away from that stuff. A-Rap just posted a beat. Niggas in the studio, by the board, he turned the beat on that none of y'all would rip like me. And it's sad knowing that, because you want to hear a nigga do that. But y'all ain't doing that, and I ain't doing it, but boy did I want to, so I got to fuck off that nigga page. I got away from that beat. When niggas like you start rhyming and getting in your bag, I throw them. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear none of that shit no more, because y'all will make me start putting words together in my head, and then it's a long day for some of y'all. So, nah, I protect myself from that stuff. I told these niggas, when I'm 100 up, I'm going to do it. Then the room got silent, because they think I won't never be 100 up.
that ain't what happened.
Ooh,
It got silent.
That is not what happened.
But
Stop lying.
that's when it'll come. Like, when I'm set, and really free of distraction and bullshit, it's a shame that 100 mil is what would do that. But
See,
it's not gonna work.
this is how I know I'm a little crazy, right? Because there's something in me that's afraid to find out if whatever I do have in me now is going to cooperate with me if I decide to take that long off. Do you want to think about that? What if you wait and you think you're ready,
But you lost
whatever
it?
you're looking for is not there no more?
who would know it besides the engineer?
You would know. it.
Well, beside me and the engineer, who would know? It would never come out.
Right, but I'm talking. That's why I'm asking you the question.
That's the weight. The weight is on you. It's not on
Right?
the world.
Oh, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that. I think that's like riding a bike or shooting a jump shot. Like,
No, I understand.
It's like Vince Carter dunking.
When last you rode a bike recently? It don't feel like it did when you was 18, right?
nigga, no.
Like you actually
Bumpy
feel like you're
roads.
fucking working out riding a bike.
They got different
Like, I used
gears
to-
on the shit now.
now these bikes
Yeah,
are
these
fucking
bikes
crazy,
made me
son.
feel. Yo, I took my
this
mom
shit
put a
got a
bike in my
downshift.
my mom put a bike in my garage. I was feeling healthy one morning and took that shit out for a little ride.
How far you get?
The shit had gears, and I don't know nothing about that. So the pedaling of it was mad difficult.
And
My-
you like, I put 300 pedals in, and I'm fucking 2 blocks down the
That's all.
street.
Right there, how far you get? Yup.
When I was
You gotta
young,
shift,
I'm on the
man. You
hill.
gotta shift.
I'm gliding. I didn't pedal in 2 minutes.
yeah, but let's stay on
My
your
man
bike.
had
Let's
the
stay
electric
on.
bike. That shit was.
Let's stay on
different.
your bike metaphor. They're not making bikes like they did when I was out.
They making the bike, you just press a button.
Yeah.
I rode one of them
it's a
shits
very
a couple
different
weeks ago.
bike.
She had a little button. You just
It's easier.
and zzz.
Yeah. Even when you switch gears, it's buttons. Nigga, I'm from where you gotta.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, they got the button now. You
Yo,
just get the
niggas that's
booster.
having kid. If a nigga has a kid in 10 years, right? And I think about weird stuff like this.
From what age?
10 years from today. So let's say he has a 2032, he has a kid. What year does he have to introduce the art of fighting to that kid? What year?
Never.
20 what?
Never.
But in the event that he tried to introduce it because it was active when he was active,
2040.
how do you think that kid is going to listen to that? Hey, Dad, what the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking
what are you
about?
talking about?
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
It might
You
be
don't
a
even have
little, and then
physical
like, you can't
contact
even
no more.
come into our
That's what I'm about to
5
say.
foot. We might be in bubbles.
But
Nigga, we living in a headset. What are you talking about? Fight what?
But what
I
y'all
fight like
talking
this
about is
with the
physical shit.
joysticks.
Y'all mental ability is what is being like your physical body gonna degrade. All of us can't beat Father Time, but y'all mentals is where y'all get busy.
Yeah.
Like y'all sitting down, putting pen to pad. Your thoughts is what's resonating to the people. Your physical ability gonna break down.
And that's a good point, because that's the reason I was saying that, and you just mentioned it. How do we know what the production is going to be like 5 years from now? Like, are they even going to be in the pocket to give you what you think is the shit?
If I rapped again, I would probably battle somebody before I fucking put a song out, to be honest with you.
Yeah, don't do that no more.
I don't plan on it. I beat that nigga.
You did, nigga.
I did beat him. 2-1.
You quit.
Yeah, please.
I said still 2-1.
You not,
I jerseyed. I jerseyed out the third round. No, but this is my point, because I was watching Gnome, I was watching the battle rap niggas.
yeah.
And this is how I feel about y'all clown me for whatever happened, whatever I did up there.
I'm gonna claim for anything.
But that wasn't the battle rap crowd and scene
No.
and culture.
nothing.
Nah.
So when I watch the battle rappers, it's the wordsmiths. No beat. Nobody but me versus you. Which for me is closest today to the truest essence of a wordsmith and the art of that. Now I wouldn't go do that again. But today, when it comes to making music and all of that, that's why I asked what you got left to prove. How you making TikToks?
Hell no.
Hovain, you ain't got this nigga making TikToks? How can you sell a record without a TikTok? You ain't doing a little dance with your kids?
Hey, yo, man, I better not see you on
The bank shuffle.
Keep it a buck.
The
Why?
bank shuffle.
If Fabio could get up there and do a little
Fair,
backstroke, whatever he did.
Dog.
So you don't feel any pressure to have to acclimate to the
hell
current structure of shit?
Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's a different desire, I think.
I am asking.
He just said no, nigga.
I'll let him say some more.
yeah, you know what's the crazy part about the shit? What we did just off the rip, right? Is like the kryptonite for niggas now, right? Meaning,
Better believe it.
look, when an artist is putting his rollout out, right? They want to believe he got a dope album. What do they need to do to kind of solidify the run? A fucking freestyle. We're looking for these guys to go to the fucking LA Leakers and stuff, right?
Fuck shit up.
And say, oh yeah, he can fucking rap.
Yeah. Let me go listen to his album. Yeah. I fall victim to that.
It's
Still.
but what has so effortless at one point is the kryptonite, because when you start getting paid to do shit, you do it when you get paid.
Right. You're not going
Right?
to freestyle for
we
free.
had 30 verses in a clip just in case a nigga play with me. Right?
And
But when you get in that comfort zone when your mic go on, then it's like hey, I write a verse when I get the call to do it.
And not only that, when
Yes,
they,
man.
even the freestyles, like the way they do these shits now is, yo, cut, we about to retake this. We gonna punch here. Like they not even freestyling the way niggas was going up there to freestyle before.
That's
they
true.
can't hang with what niggas used to do.
True.
Like these niggas will lose their mind if they had to go sit down. Yo, we one
On Hot
take
97
right now,
live. No,
live,
Hot 97
live
live.
on the air. Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
With your crew.
Ciphers, BT
Niggas will start sweating, stuttering. Nah, man, we go.
But
I'm out of
just
here.
to finish that question that you had for me, you feel how you feel because you left it out there. I didn't yet. So when you talk about Lloyd Banks, it's a lot of things there a lot of qualities that you know people love and shit. But I got some shit to get off my chest too.
You ain't dig deep enough.
It's time for me to leave it out there. Then I'll be done. And that's what I mean.
blown
like,
away by that.
I know I haven't made my best shit because I haven't given you me. I given you the nigga that could get money between the raindrops.
You drop on Friday, nigga.
No, you're right, but that's it all ties in. That's what I'm saying. It's the course of the inevitable, right? Because you know, man plans, God laughs, right? So right now I could open my phone and I could show you a lot of shit, a lot of projects. You know, it's like I'm an impulsive shopper. Like you could go, you might like a particular shoe. You say, fuck it, I'm gonna get all 4 colorways. But you didn't factor in that it might rain, right?
Yeah.
So now you got 2 of them shits off, but now you got 2 of them in your closet that you didn't wear this year, but next year
They're not flying no more.
But that's what I'm asking you. In the event that next year you do put out your best project that you've ever put out in your career,
I'm still gonna make music because I'm gonna try to top that. I'm crazy.
that's what I'm saying. You won't look at that and be like,
I'm done.
that's it.
I'm good. I'm out of
cool.
here.
You
He like, hell
what
no.
project would you ever do that?
That's like a nigga. What's this shit like? FanDuel. They go, yo, I hit 250.
I'm never
done.
back. I'm finished.
Then he hit 250.
I've hit my lick.
50. Like fuck it. Boom, boom, boom. You know what? I'm not gonna gamble as much. I'm just gonna gamble at a higher stake for a short amount of time.
Like for me, I needed niggas to know, like, don't play with me. Like, don't play with him. He gets busy. And what I learned later in my career is that every year there's a new rap fan born. And
Different type of
it's
rap
a
fan.
never-ending race. A never-ending, it's just like a what's the shit, hamster wheel.
Hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Where you're just trying to prove to all these people that this is what it is. And at some point it's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Sit your old ass in the house somewhere.
It's just a muse for me, man, to be honest with you. Like, I just love it. You know what I mean? It's just something I can't do without. Like I said, it brings me through different emotions and shit. It's been times I've been writing a record and just completely break down. You know what I mean? And just put the shit down. Before I even write anything, the shit is already in my head, what I'm going to say to those instruments. You know what I mean? And I, like how you said you'll throw the shit away, I've thrown, you know what? Put that shit over there. Because I'm not fully prepared to get into that bag yet. But I know it needs to be bagged up. So that's what keeps me going, like, you know? Because your fans, everybody's getting older. We all getting older together. You know what I mean? We having kids. Some of us early, some of us later. You know, a lot of all my friends are like good dads. You know what I mean? Like good fathers and shit. Like
That's dope.
Nah, but
That's dope
shit.
we come from a time where, like, grandmothers are like they're giving. All right, we hold the grandmothers in such high regards, right? But what do they think? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they love you and shit, but I'm pretty sure they be like, yes. Like, sometimes when you leave, they love you, they baby. But they was a mom already.
Right.
Yeah.
Not
Right?
a mom again.
Now I'm a mom again and shit, you know what I mean? Because, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like the cycle, you know, is changing now.
Hell yes.
Because it went from one of my friends having a mother and a father to, you know, me, all of my guys are like good fathers and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's my high, like going to Disneyland and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
I love that shit. I don't want to be in a club,
There ain't no clubs no more in New York anyway.
right?
It's over.
So what better
Nothing
time
to do.
than now? You know what I mean?
It's true.
Real shit.
Give me any posse cuts on the album?
Is there ice? Huh?
Semi. It's got the record with I can say it. You
Oh, yeah, the
Bottle
track
and
list is
Davies.
out. Yeah, that,
I got
I wouldn't
you
consider
Bottle and
that a-
Davies.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
close-
Posse
That's not
cut
a
has to
posse. I
be
don't
like
call it a
4
posse
people.
cut.
Is there a hook?
4 more people. Yeah, it's choruses. Yeah.
So if you had to make a posse cut today with active MCs, who would it be?
that I'm actually on?
Yeah,
That's what you mean?
You
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's your song.
It's your song.
No chorus, no. We're
Yeah,
not trying for commercial appeal. Nothing.
We just get
We
bars
just rapping. Reservoir
Four,
Dogs.
four verses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 verses.
Or 5 or 6
5 or
or
7.
how.
Yeah.
How many, how
Rest in
many,
peace, K. Slay. He put fucking 2 million of y'all niggas on the song.
man.
110 deep.
And I was supposed to be on that. The
Me
last
too.
conversation we had was about that. Rest in peace to K. Slay. How many people could I put on the record?
It's your
Whatever you want.
song.
Me, Jada,
I knew he was the next name.
I know he was the next name. Yeah.
Fab, you.
Still the dogs. Still the dogs. Yeah.
I want to hear that.
But that's, like I said, it's a little selfish for me because that's my era. That's my,
Right.
even though I'm younger than all y'all.
That's your graduating class.
No.
Now y'all about
That's
to
the
say
era.
this, yo. Yeah.
Nah, I'm younger. It's just that I'm old younger, but it was a time where it was like, damn, he's only 21. Like, shit. So I kind of
Imagine me back then worrying about Fab, and here come him. Just sandwiched.
But that's another thing that kind of like, with some real shit, I think about that. I'd be like, damn, yo, he's 5 years older than me. He's 6 years older than me. I got more work to do. You know what I mean? And we owe that. We owe that to people like Jay-Z and Busta Rhymes, and because at a point, and being 30 was like, you're too fucking old.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That used to be a thing.
So
Yeah.
like somebody like Fat Joe, I have All the Way Up come out 46 years old. I think he said that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So now in my mind, I'm saying, well, shit, that's 6 years from now.
Yeah, no.
I
Mad
got
attainable
some
today.
work to do,
Word.
right? Because hip hop is growing, older. Like when I remember coming up and shit, they show you like, I'm pretty sure you remember, they show you like the demographic charts and shit. And they'll be like, well, your demographic is from 13 to 26. And you'd be like, how the fuck? Right? But there's some days I walk into like a store or something and there'd be somebody who's 20 years old and who know me. And then you got to think, Hunger for More 2, Beamer, Benz, and Bentley, that's 12 years ago.
God damn.
So if you was 10 then, you 22 now.
That's what
Feeling like you understand.
I'm fucking old.
Yeah, we're old.
That's what you just told
I
me.
can't believe you just said that.
When last time you listened to like, what's the joint that's, Today's Agenda? Got the suitcase up in the central.
The Biggie joint?
Yeah, what's
Niggas bleed.
Niggas Bleed. I go back, well, not now, but years ago, I was going back and listening and shit like, oh, I understand what the fuck he talking about now.
Right.
It was always fly and dope to me,
Yeah.
but now I'm a grown man and I know what these words mean.
Go through that all the time. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I still go through that.
And music marks time. Like at the end of the day, I just think this is the dopest shit ever. You know what I mean? Hip hop.
Same.
Was it difficult for you? Well, not was it difficult, but what was the process like coming out of all the G Unit shit and having to substantiate yourself as solo time now?
At which point
Was there a difference in creating or branding or just how we moving or how I'm gonna go about doing things as Lloyd Banks by myself alone versus how I had to move with a crew, conglomerate, and my guys?
That's a good question. Well, I think it was more pressure when I had to do that the first time. I'm 20 years in now, so when I'm in that playground, I'm good. It's everything else that go around it. Just life in general that happens around the music. Like you have to prepare yourself for. Yeah, the music is the easy part. It's just life around it. Like me having my kids and literally not wanting to engage. Like, I love the rush of having a hit record. But when you have a hit record, it's no more laying low.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a lot of work.
It's no
Lock
more
and loaded, you out.
Yeah,
it's
you
no
out.
more I could stay in this lane and I could just show you I could rap.
Right.
Right? That's why I'm like fighting with two different fan bases, right? So you got the people who be like, "Yo, why you keep using these dark beats, motherfucker? I'm in a dark place." Fuck do you know what I mean? Right. Put two and two together. Bro. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Biggie was in a dark place. He just had Puffy there, like, "Yo, rap the Juicy." Yeah. If he didn't rap the Juicy, it would have been, "Nigga, give me the loop."
Yeah.
Right.
And 10 more give me the loop.
Right.
Suicidal thoughts.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, nigga, let me do what I do. But yeah, that's the hardest part. You know what I mean? It's just knowing that I lost time and I'm trying to get it back. I want to be prepared. And I'm scared of that shit, man. And I want the people, the younger generation that's listening, to know that it's okay with that. That's okay. You know what I mean? Like Snoop Dogg, like me coming up, my influences, like the biggest ones was like Biggie, which was like my biggest influence.
Yeah.
Nas, for just the way he could just leave no room, right? Like he just explains his point of view of where he's from. And then Snoop was like super laid back, cool. You know what I mean? And that's who I was as a person.
I could see that.
Like too cool for school type nigga, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he let me understand, damn, I could do this. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm hoping that I do for kids at home and shit. Like, be you.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you
Whatever you are right now, too. Like you 5 years ago, you don't have to be him. You could be you today.
You could grow. And there's nothing wrong with being you, dog. I don't give a fuck if everybody's going left. I don't care. I didn't know none of you niggas
Preach that.
coming up. You know what I'm saying? So when you go home, you going home to your family. You know, the people who actually, you know, really love you and shit. And that's what matters. That's why I just consistently stay who I am. I don't give a fuck if, you know, niggas could wear, you know, I wear some jeans that, you know, I could do like the little hole, like the little, you know what I mean? Like my whole fucking knee. There's just some shit I'm not going to do. You know what I'm saying?
But not for nothing, being yourself is the easiest sale. You know what I'm saying? As a salesman, because as artists, we have to be salesmen too.
You know, like
If you're comfortable enough with yourself.
True.
That's the mistake. A lot
Or I
of
think what your desires are. Like that's what I said
It's just
before.
what you
Because some
want.
niggas want to sell records. Some niggas
True.
like, yo, I don't got to be the biggest artist, so I'm not going to acclimate to do what they do to sell records.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to play me. I ain't going to play them or get in a lane.
You want to make another hit?
yeah.
Why?
Like I said, that rush, that feeling. But it's
Well, you also described a different side of it.
Wait a minute. See, what kind of hit? Because when people think hit, you just automatically thinking like a party club.
I don't mean that.
Right?
I just mean metric wise.
I watch this. You see how like Shook Ones is like what it is?
Yeah.
I want one of those. That's what I meant, like going back to my first album. Like I might have had like On Fire records that were like super big and shit. But when you want something that's gonna impact the culture
Forever.
you know this because when you going through your verses list, you say, well, this is the one that's going top whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
The
Like,
guaranteed
even if
points.
it ain't the one that was most marketing dollars put into it, this is gonna fuck that up. Like I personally believe Victory is gonna fuck a lot of shit up.
It is.
Period.
Yeah.
I told Ice that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I would wait for a nigga to play his hit record and then I'll play that.
I told Ice that.
And then when I play my hit records, what do you play? You know what I mean? So
Why are you staring at me, Joe? Then we had that conversation, yes?
Ice, you coming to the show?
Yeah, I'll be there. I know what you're
No, you
doing.
won't.
I'm the one
That's
who
a
told
work
them.
day.
I'm the one who told them.
That's a whole work day. How you going to the show?
Because I'm going afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, late night show. You going outside?
Listen, man.
I'm gonna go with you, man. I'll protect you.
I don't need. I'm good.
I'll see you the day before the show.
Yo, you know what's the illest
I'll be
shit?
there.
You know what's the illest shit to me? Like shit that happens, like you know, just unintentional, like the branding side of things, like my logo and shit, like the mystique that I had from whatever you want to call it, not taking pictures and shit. I was putting my logo on my mixtapes, different colors and shit. 2009, I put out 5 mixtapes with the same logo. Fucking pandemic hits, shows, everything shut down. I've been selling merch, but now it's online. This fucking logo
Work.
is what I've poured all my work into. Like a Batman signal. And not every artist has that logo.
Facts.
Some niggas just have
It's
their
hard to
name.
get.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're right.
So when the numbers is coming back from the merchant shit, I'm like, oh shit. Now it makes sense because they've been seeing this fucking logo.
For 20 years. Yeah.
You feel me? From jury to, you know what I mean?
Everything.
Like I've drawn. A lot of people don't know, but I'm an artist before.
Visual, like draw.
Yeah, so it's a lot of things I want to do. Like I want to draw my album cover. Like it's shit that I want to do. Especially with with the way things are going now with NFTs and all that shit. Like
Sure.
I want to make collectibles, man. Motherfuckers is buying vinyl was up at an all-time high. Like, who would have thought? You know what I'm saying?
Now it takes about a year to get that shit pressed, so.
3 to 4 months.
Yeah, depending on where you go. Yeah. Okay, let me know. I'm gonna text you.
2010, Slaughterhouse is newly formed. We're running around. Summertime is coming. So you just expect people to drop like their summertime records.
Right.
That's when I heard Beamer, Benz, and Bentley everywhere. So
Nah.
I was so angry.
I remember you.
Yo, all I do is invite niggas here to tell them how I was hating.
Yo, you know it's crazy.
Energy the
That was a
same,
hell of a
man.
time though. 2009,
You
10,
fucking better believe it.
Greenhouse and all.
Yeah, it's a good old day. You called one of the nice era, boy.
I seen you in there one night go nuts.
Bentley,
I
I seen you in there one night go nuts.
Yo, you know what's crazy? You know what was a big record at that time? Like Say I. Ridiculous. Like that whole time. And I'm in there listening like, man, I need one of these. But I remember you called me one time and you said, yo, how the fuck do you make a record like I don't deserve you? How the fuck do you do that shit?
I say the same thing about this record.
And I said, yo, you gotta lie. Like, think about it. Karma. Women like that take the blame
Yeah,
shit.
accountability shit.
Accountability. I am the one you denied.
This nigga, man, he tricked the system.
Damn, I had a
He tricked
whole
the system.
I had a whole playlist one time, fam. Yo, he had the best misogynistic bars.
Right, but it was done in an ill way.
Yeah.
I don't deserve
It was
you.
like-
what the fuck is that? I don't deserve you. They eat that shit up. This nigga knows he ain't shit.
My thing with Beamer,
don't
Benz,
stop
or
him,
Bentley
neighbor.
is this. Like, you know how...
Because they think they could change you.
You know how it's the power of words, right? Somebody will say something even today, and then it'll pop up on your phone. Like, just thought, and it's the power of that shit. When Beamer, Benz, and Bentley came out, as a rapper, you hear that and be like, Beamer, Benz, how the fuck I couldn't just come up with... Beamer, Benz. He's saying the same thing. Beamer, Benz, and Bentley.
Then you get mad.
Beamer, Benz, and
Like,
Bentley.
this some bullshit.
I ain't get mad. I ain't think a nigga would have sold me that beat. That beat.
Right, well, ask me who did the beat.
Who did the beat?
A guy named Prime. Going through, at this time, I'm still going through binders and shit. You know what I mean? Even to this, listen, man. This shit is crazy, man. That's a high in itself to me to go through, thousands of, all these emails are beat emails. You know what I mean?
God.
And they'll get up to they'll get up to thousands of beats in there. And then when I finally lock down, I go through. And after going through 500, you find one of those. You know what I mean? You find Started Up, Cardiac.
Shout out to Cardi.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but shut up, knock it the fuck off. You find and start it up. Yeah, well, how you get Kanye on it after you get it? This guy, you found and started up beat.
Yeah.
Because that shit was a bop, though. It's a little easier to sell.
All right.
Juju Budden.